I am here on my Hell Hades 2025 free-to-play challenge account, and in today's video, I'm going to take you on a tour around this account just to show you the progress I've made in the past few days, and then we're going to pull some Soulstones, because why not? That could be an exciting end to the day, especially if we hit something with that big Immortal Soulstone. Then I've got to go and do my Takeover Tuesday live stream, so I've got to get this video done quickly. I don't know if you're going to see the live stream first or the video first, but either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me here today. I am Colred. This is Colred Plays Raid Shadow Legends. Let's get started. Checking in on the leaderboards, you can see I've basically been maintaining the rank that I've had for the past several days. Here I'm at 37. I've gotten as high as, I think, 33, and I've dropped down back to like 41 a couple of times. But basically, you can see there are a whole bunch of creators in here between about 1,400 points and maybe 1,600 points. We've kind of been swapping around over the past few days. So I'm holding steady in the overall competition with my slow roll strategy, but the leaderboard, like the top of the leaderboard, keeps getting further away. Neva up here is at 2,850 points, which if you compare to mine, he's basically got me doubled up. He's basically got me doubled up at this point, so I'm 1,400 points off the lead. I think I was only 900 points off the lead a few days ago, so the distance is still getting greater in between the creators. I do feel like there's a lot of progress available to me that maybe some other creators have already gotten, and those one-time points are going to help me close the gap and potentially move up the leaderboards a little bit, but I'm not catching the leaders. Like, that's not happening. That's okay. I'm still kind of curious about where I'm going to end up. I'm starting to think that, top 20 is going to be a stretch. I do believe I can finish in the top half, so we've got 55 content creators. So call it the 27th. I think I could get to 27. I think I could get to 27, currently occupied by Fox Mode, who is a viewer on the channel, a friend of the channel. So, hey, Fox Mode, how you doing? You're doing well, man, in the challenge. It's great to see you up there. But yeah, that's my spot. That's the spot I'm gunning for. Not really, but I would like to finish in the top half. And I'm not too far off of that, right? Down here at 37, I only need to pick up 10 spots. And as you can see, I'm about, 250 points off of that pace. So that feels okay to me. Let me take you over to the account and show you where I've made some progress and where I've not made progress. So faction crypts continue to go well for me for the most part. One of the challenges I'm finding with this slow roll strategy is I don't have as much time every day to prepare the faction crypts for the next day, right? You know my strategy of using my chickens to unlock progress in faction crypts. And so some days I've had to pick just one faction to unlock, and I've had to avoid the other one because I'm not in-game enough to grind up all the chickens, and I'm not pushing as many 6 stars as I have in the past. So be aware if you're doing your own challenge account or just a free-to-play account of, that you're starting from the beginning, that I do still recommend this faction crypt approach. I think it's extremely valuable. But if you're only playing 2 or 3 hours a day or less, you might have to focus on just maybe 1 or 2 crypts every 2 or 3 days, right? So instead of looking at today's crypt or tomorrow's crypt, maybe look at the 1-2 days out and say, okay, I'm going to go after skinwalkers in 2 days, or I'm going to go after banner lords in 2 days. Or, depending on what your roster is, you can go for the ones that you currently have. I did okay here in the Ogren tribes because I have Ugo, right? We all have Ugo. And so I just put some chickens around her, and she was able to 3-star stage 6 for me, which was nice. It was an AoE revive that actually got the 3 stars on that one. But so, decent time farming here. The Sacred Order, I've been able to push up to 12. I really want to get to 13 today if I can, because that is going to unlock potentially legendary materials. So we're talking about 5- and 6-star gear as opposed to just 4- and 5-star gear. But I'm doing very well here, and it's always nice to see the Sacred Order open up, because now I know I'm going to get some good materials. I still need the epic materials. Like, I still need those as well. So either way, even if I don't unlock 13 today, I'm in pretty good shape here. I'm not worried about clearing up these stars, really. I could. But for now, I'm not going to worry about the stars too much. There is an Ancient Shard here, but the 2x Ancient Shard event just ended, so I'm not really racing to get that. And I have tons of skill tomes. I have tons of rare skill tomes. So really, the reward track is not motivating me right now. but the forged materials are. So that's really the goal, is to push as high as possible to get the best drops. In terms of my roster, I still only have one 6-star champion. That is Athel. But I have my Geomancer at 5 stars and building. You can see he's geared. And he has helped already. He's helped significantly in one place. Only one place really so far, which is Clan Boss. So I put him into Clan Boss, and he basically doubled my damage. I want to say that on easy and normal, he basically doubled my damage. On hard mode, where am I right now? Let's see. Did I even do a hard mode key today? Looks like I did not. Where's my normal key then? So my normal key is almost 7 million here. And you can see Geomancer was a bad affinity, but who cares? So this is really good. So now I've got my 1 key normal. I was doing about 3.5 million on a single key before I put my Geomancer in the team. And that was really frustrating because it was basically, I had to 2 key it, even though I was so close to a 1 key. So he just put me way over the top on that. And then I think on hard mode, I'm hovering around a 2 key. I'm not quite at a 2 key consistently. It depends on the affinity. So I have 2 keyed this Guardian chest, but most of the time it's actually a 3 key, which I don't always utilize. So, here it's a bad affinity for me today. So this would probably be a 3 key. I'll have to run that later on. Maybe I'll run that during the live stream. So I'm happy with the progress there. I do think I'll get to Brutal and do pretty well. As for the rest of my roster, I haven't really built too many new champions. I do have some new 40s, and I did that specifically for faction crypts, and this has helped me push all of my faction crypts. These 40s are food. They're going to be 5-star chickens. I think I have currently in my vault, I have 1 5-star chicken champion. I have 1 like an actual chicken, a 5-star chicken here. You can see I've got 1 there. So that gives me 2. And then I've got this Skellig at 40 and this Outlaw Monk at 40. And so those are 2 more 5-star chickens waiting to happen. And then I've got this Diabolist, who I think I'm probably going to sacrifice. I haven't put much into her. I did ascend her. She helped me in the Demon Spawn faction crypt the other day. But she's easy to replace. I could just farm her in campaign and get her back up to 40. So I think I'm going to hold on to my Saurus because he's actually fully booked now. Or no, looks like he needs 1 more book. But so he's in a pretty good place, and he's the cornerstone of my Lizardman faction crypt. So I'm going to hold on to him. But the Diabolist will be the 5-star chicken. So I've got the 2 5-star chickens that are currently built, plus the Diabolist, Outlaw Monk, and Skellig. So I should have my next 6-star by tomorrow. Now, this was a little bit disappointing. I was hoping to get it yesterday because the Spirit Keep was open yesterday. But I just didn't have the energy for it. Ran out of energy, and I didn't want to dip into my refills because I'm hoping to still complete the next fusion event. And I think I'm going to need as many refills as I can get. So it's a slow roll, and that's fine. I'll get this in a couple of days. So if we look at the dungeons, right, it'll be open on Thursday. Today is Tuesday, so I only have to wait an additional 2 days. I'll get the Spirit Keep open then, and then I'll be able to push my missions. And once I've got that unlocked, I do believe I'll be cruising quite a bit through most of this stuff. I'm not really worried about this. The next one is going to be the next 6-star champion. So wherever that happens to be, get 3 rank 6 champions. So that's going to be the sticking point. My first 3 6-star champions will be Athel, she's already 60, Alice, who I've already bought masteries for, and Geomancer. His masteries are not really progressed, and I keep debating whether or not I should buy his masteries or if I should just level them up through Minotaur. I've been leaning towards Minotaur. I do have a decent number of gems. I haven't started to unlock the Guardian Ring yet, but that's the plan to do that next. I want to see this total climb for a while. I want to get it to a healthy point where I know I can do a fusion, and if I have to buy 1 more set of masteries, I can. So those will be my first 60s, and then probably Ugo and Tagore are going to be my next 60s, but I'm not 100% sold on Tagore yet. I could go with Ugo and then maybe somebody else. None of the other pulls that I made during the 2x Ancient Shard event are going to probably be prioritized. Ina is not bad. She's actually not bad. But the rest of them, I don't really care too much about. Anchorite is probably the best of them, actually. So he might get a 5-star, especially because today, I have Sacred Order. So I'm going to build him at 40, throw him into the Sacred Order Crypt. Hopefully we can push this stage 13. If I can get past the boss, that would be phenomenal. I don't think that's going to happen, but that would be awesome. And then we'll see what we're going to do with Anchorite. He could make it into my clan boss team, so I could potentially, pull. It would have to be. I'm not really sure who I would pull out, but my clan boss team could end up being Geomancer, Ugo, Tagore, Anchorite, and Kunoichi, who is my only ally protector. She's also got a leech, right? She's got a weaken there. Not that we need the weaken because we've got the weaken from Geomancer. But this could be an ally protection team that goes pretty far. That would take both Athel and Alice out of the clan boss team. But I think with Geomancer as my only true damage dealer, that's actually fine. I don't think that's going to be a problem. That should be able to get me through Nightmare. I believe that team could potentially 2-key Nightmare within the first 60 days of this account. So even on a slow roll, I think we're going to do pretty well with the clan boss. And that's primarily because of Geomancer as the damage dealer, but also because we've just got this great tanky team around him. And I think Anchorite with the additional heals, right? And the, the heals are on the A1. The buff extension, that's going to be really key. And then we've got this, full heal on the target ally as well. So he's got 2 heals, the A1 and the A3. We throw in the heal from Ugo, the heal from Tagore, the increased speed from Tagore, the decreased defense from Ugo, the mini cleanse for the stun. Like, I think we could speed tune this and actually make it a pretty effective team. I just don't know how tanky Kunoichi will actually end up being. She might be the weak link in this, so it's going to depend on gear. Let me know, by the way, if you have ever run Kunoichi as an ally protector in Clan Boss. Let me know what you think of her. Is she effective? Should I be looking in a different direction? I would appreciate some help with that. Okay, now as far as arena is concerned, I've done pretty well. I'm still here in Silver 4. I finished the week in Silver 4. I spent some time in Gold 1, plenty of time in Gold 1, but I go to bed a couple of hours before the reset, and as a result, I got knocked down. Like, I was in Gold 1 and I woke up and I was in Silver 3 because I'd been knocked down into Silver 4 and then demoted after the week. So I've been working my way back up to Gold 1. For Tag Team Arena, I was really, really hoping to get promoted. I was very close. I was right there, but it didn't quite work out. But that's okay. I did pretty well in terms of getting gold bars this week. So yeah, I'm looking at this energy, eyeballing that energy. I did pick up the Ancient Shard. I'm not going for Drexler just yet. In fact, I'm going for the Champion Fragments for Bloodhorn and Huntress here for the permanent fusion, because I am targeting that next fusion event. So I think being able to do Broad Maw here and get, some points on this is going to be helpful, because this is potentially 200 points for the 4 rares and then 350 points for Broad Maw. So that's 550 points out of these permanent fusions. And you throw in the 2 Sabbathas, that's another 700 points. Now we're talking about really being able to complete that champion chase. If I use some shards, maybe, for a fusion, you have to do at least the first tier of rewards for each of the shard events, the Summon Rush and the Champion Chase. But for one of the events, you have to go for the second reward. So potentially I could do that here with the Champion Chase. So I'm going to keep building up these fusion, potentials here. If I can collect enough champions to get any of these rares for the Razin, I'll use those. And then, of course, I've got the Relic Keeper fusion, which is farmable, so I can get here relatively quickly. And it's just going to be a question of whether or not I complete all of these missions, because I think, let me see. I think the last mission here is Fuse Relic Keeper. So it depends if I get there before the fusion event launches or not. I don't think I will, I think this Fuse Relic Keeper might actually, I might have trouble getting here in time. And so then, you know, I'll have to figure out if I want to fuse them during the champion chase or not. Great Hall, basically the same. I have upgraded one bonus to tier 4. You can see I have some medals building. I'm not quite ready for tier 5, but I think I need 2 tier 4s anyway. As far as the challenges are concerned, I've done pretty well. I want to get this legendary tome. I need to get this shard as well for the fusion. So this is going to be something I've got to focus on. But these are all the level 13s of the dungeons, and I'm basically there. If we go to the dungeons, I'm on stage 11 of all of the dungeons, I think. So, and I'm clearing this pretty easily. You can see like a minute 13. So once Geomancer is built, I'm going to push past this. I should get to stage 13 pretty easily. I think I'm actually probably going to end up around stage 16, which is going to help me complete those dungeon tournaments more easily and get some extra rewards. So I feel like my progress is still there. And these are the points, by the way, that I think the other content creators have. I think everybody else is probably already pushing stage 16 of a lot of these dungeons. And as a result, I have a ton of points to gain. I've only cleared one stage of Sand Devil, nothing for Phantom Shogun. I cleared a few stages of the last Iron Twins. I think I got to stage 3, so I'll probably keep doing that just to get more of these Mortal Soul coins before the weekend ends, because we still have 2 days and 12 hours on these Soulstones. So that's the progress. That's the progress. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. You know, it's hard to see myself in the middle of the pack, but I'm trying to remember that happened last year too, and I still finished in second place. I'm not going to finish in second place this year. I have to remind myself that. But I do believe I can break into that top half with a little bit of a push. So now we've got these Soulstones. This is my wish list right now. I don't need an Alice Soul, obviously, because we've got the 5-star Soul incoming. So I just thought Wukong is my legendary wish list. Here, I would love a Geomancer Soul or one for Ugo or Tagore. Those would be great. And then as far as the rares are concerned, Athel's really the only one that matters, but I thought I would throw in some of these other rares. But now that I'm thinking about it, do I want somebody else? I don't think so. None of these rares are really going to play on this account, I don't think. You know, I was thinking about Petrifia, but then I pulled Geomancer, so I don't really need to worry about Petrifia. So I think these are fine. In case you didn't notice, a lot of people pointed this out. I have pulled heroes for a Wixwell Clan Boss team, right? I have a Valerie somewhere. She might be in the vault right now. Where is she? There she is, right? So I've got a Valerie. I've got a Hellborn Sprite, wherever she is. She might also be... oh, there she is. So I've got a Hellborn Sprite. So those are 2 buff extenders, but I've also got an Anchorite. So I actually have 3 buff extenders. So if I pull a Wixwell, I should be able to build a Wixwell Clan Boss team. That would be the ultimate, like, what would probably happen with my luck is I would build this Ally Protector Kunoichi team, get it all the way there, and then pull Wixwell, like, the next day. You know, that would be my luck. But I would still love to pull a Wixwell because I have the team to put it together. So that would be pretty cool. But anyway, so I think that's why I put her on the wish list, just on the off chance that maybe I get lucky and pull a Wixwell down the line. Okay, so that is it. Let's go ahead and we're going to do a 10 pull and a 1 pull. No need to wait. No need to be dramatic. But a 5-star or a 6-star soul on any of my usable champs would be absolutely huge for this account. Man, if I got like a 5-star Wukong soul, that would change things. That would definitely change things. So let's see. 10 pull, just get confused. Here we go. Cold Heart. It's not a bad soul to have, just waiting in the wings. Come on. Ooh, there we go. We got a 1-star Ugo. That's nice. We got a mythical soul. A Crixia. I would love to pull a Crixia. I don't have one on my main. But all right, so we got a wishlist soul, a 1-star Ugo. That is not bad. We'll take those coins. A little bit of lag for some reason today. I'm going to have to reset my router or something before the live stream, which I'll be going live in like just a few minutes once I record this video and it's done. Okay, so here we go. This is the big one. How about a 6-star Athel? That would be cool. Give me a 6-star Athel soul. That'd be huge. Athel. Nope. It's a 3-star Dolor Soul. Yeah, okay, that was a waste. That was a waste, but it did get me how many lunar deck flips? Got me 2 of these. So let's see if we can get really lucky. All right, 20 of the points here for the Titan event. And I don't even know if that did anything. Oh, it did. Got me an Ancient Shard. Okay, I'll take that for now. Again, I'm saving up the Ancient Shards for the next Fusion event as well. I've already gotten a few. I've picked up 3 now at this point. So, yeah. So that wasn't too bad. Okay, so that is it for my update here on the challenge account. Let me know how your challenge account is going. What's your strategy? Are you slow rolling? Are you pushing really hard? What do you think about my chances of finishing in the top half? I always love to hear that. Some people are like, oh yeah, you're finished top half easy. And then somebody said, like, I think you're finishing 311th. I was like, well, that's a possibility too. All right, that is it for me today. Once again, thanks for hanging out. I hope to see you in the live stream in just a few minutes. I have been Cole Red. I will see you in another video soon.